Elara, 46, was once a world-renowned high-altitude mountaineer. Her favorite climbing partner was her 22-year-old daughter, Maya. Together, they conquered some of the world's most unforgiving peaks. Tragically, their adventures were cut short when Maya was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive cancer. For a year, Elara traded mountains for hospital rooms, but Maya ultimately passed away. The devastating battle left Elara consumed by grief and buried under mountains of medical debt. She hung up her climbing gear, swearing never to climb again without her daughter. 2 years later, facing bankruptcy, Elara enters a brutal, underground survival broadcast, $25 million versus the frozen summit. The challenge is to conquer a colossal, climate-controlled synthetic Himalayan peak. Elara's goal isn't just survival, the prize money will clear the crushing medical debt and fund a high-altitude mountaineering scholarship in Maya's memory. Stripped of fear by her grief, she enters the dome wearing a torn scarlet thermal layer and a vibrant purple swimsuit, Maya's favorite colors. Against a colossal, jagged wall of artificial black ice inside a towering industrial freezer dome, a terrified but determined mother begins her impossible ascent. Armed with nothing but a mother's love and wearing only a vibrant red swimsuit, she violently shivers, her bare hands clawing desperately into the frost to pull her freezing body over a slippery, razor-sharp ledge. The facility shows no mercy. Massive industrial turbines roar to life, blasting hurricane-force winds and swirling artificial snow that physically pushes her back, causing the fragile ice beneath her grip to crack and splinter into the freezing mist. Just beyond the reinforced glass observation window, the true weight of her sacrifice is clear. Her husband and young son watch in helpless panic, tears streaming down the man's terrified face as he presses his trembling hand against the glass. The nightmare deepens as she finds herself precariously suspended high above a dark chasm, a pit filled with grinding mechanical ice crushers and jagged synthetic stalagmites. With no room for error, she forcefully leaps across a terrifyingly wide gap, her bare feet slipping dangerously as she lands heavily on a narrow, trembling beam of glass-like ice. Her arms windmill frantically as she fights to regain her center of gravity, but the fragile beam groans and begins to shatter at the edges under her shifting weight, sending thousands of razor-sharp ice shards cascading into the roaring abyss below. Watching the live feed from the stadium, the sheer horror becomes too much for her elderly mother, who collapses to her knees weeping uncontrollably in sheer agony while the rest of the family screams in horror. Exhausted, gasping, and pushed to the absolute brink, she finally reaches the peak of the synthetic glacier, dwarfed by colossal, grinding metallic cooling towers that loom over the summit. Her entire body violently convulsing from severe hypothermia, she is forced to crawl on her stomach across a treacherous sheet of perfectly smooth black ice. Through a blinding fog and showers of bright orange sparks spewing from the heavy steel fans, her bruised, bleeding fingers stretch agonizingly toward the glowing green summit button. As her trembling, frost-covered hand finally slams onto the button, the blizzard machines power down and bathe the ice cave in warm golden light, while her family erupts into a chaotic mix of hysterical sobbing and screaming relief, aggressively hugging each other against the viewing rails. Do well to click the like button and comment. Subscribe and turn on notification to be the first to know when more videos drop.